Oh, excellent. Whatever the problem was, we've corrected it. So the idea that we were hosed. Okay, so what's the best answer?
I thought it was B.
You think it might be B, huh?
Because I'm pretty sure I remember from the last time.
The last time it was B? Oh, well, that's not a good reason to pick B. But it might be. It might be a good. That's how we do quizzes. So we have the hard stuff on the quiz. Okay. What I would do is I would say, you know, this guy and that guy. If I multiply this guy by 3 and multiply this guy by 2 and I subtract it, the x guy is going to go away, and I'm looking for the y guy. Because 3 times 24 is 72, and 2 times 63 is 72. So that's going to, and then I subtract, and then the x guy goes away. So that's going to be my plan. 3 times 18 is 40, is 54, right? So I got 54y minus, what? 54 over y. 54 over y minus 90 over y is equal to 3 times 72. 216, right? 216 minus 231. 232. Okay, did I do that right? 116 times 2. Yeah, I got one. I got 72 times 3. All right, so I got both of those right. So I've got minus 36 over y is equal to minus 16. Minus 16. All right. I put the y over there in the 16, so 36 over 16 is equal to y. And 4 goes into both of them, 4 ninths, which is your 2.55 answer. So 2.25 answer. So yes. But that's what I would do. I would do rather than doing anything, I can't just put it in my calculator. I'm hosed. So I got to get rid of something. I only want the y coordinate, so I get rid of the x coordinate and solve for y. All right. Now this guy here looks kind of interesting because none of you are going to remember what the rules are for equivalent determinants, right? So, I think if I change a row in a column, that I go from positive to negative. I think that's the case. So if I have 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. If I have that, then that's going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So that's going to be a 1. And if I change 2 of these around, and I go 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. If I do that, then I get a 0, I get a 0, I get another 0, I get a minus 1. So if all I do is change 2 of these around, I change it from a positive sign to a negative sign of the same answer. So that's almost what I have here, but I also multiplied that guy by minus 1. Okay, so I changed, no, all I did was multiply this guy by minus 1. That's all I did on him. That guy's obviously hosed, this guy's obviously hosed. It looks like it's an A answer because I can multiply a column by anything. So if I multiply this column by minus 1, no, that's going to be a minus 1 if I do that. So it's not going to be A. So maybe these guys, maybe there is none. None is equivalent. Okay, so it doesn't look like, well, wait a minute. Yes, this guy, no, I didn't change anything. All I did was multiply by minus 1. Okay, forget about him. Now I look at this guy. there, there. That doesn't look right. That looks close. I multiplied this by 2. Multiplied this by 2 and kept everybody else. That doesn't look right. I've changed those 2. I kept this the same. That's not gonna be right either. Shit, what does the key say?
I think you're tricking yourself at this point, Doug.
So the key says the B is the right answer. Okay, so I'm going to take my calculator and go to matrix mode, and I'm going to edit my matrix. All right, so I'm going to edit a 3 by 3, and I'm going to put in a 1, and I'm going to put in a 7, and I'm going to put in an 8, and I'm going to put in a -2, a 9, a -3, a 5, 2, and a -1. Okay, so that's my A matrix. I'm going to go back to matrix math, and I'm going to find the determinant of A. Let me clear out of there. Let's quit out of there. Okay, so I'm going to go to matrix. That's math. Go to matrix, math, determinant, matrix, second function matrix, A, 1, close parentheses in it. Okay, so the calculator is saying that this guy here is -514. All right, now we're going to look at him and see if he is -514. Okay, so I'm going to go back to matrix, and I'm going to go to matrix B, and back to matrix edit, edit B. And I want B to be a 3 by 3. I say, okay, all right. So now I got a 1, a 7, an 8, -2, 9, -3, 1, 20, -7, boom. So I got that. Quit. Matrix. Math, determinant, second function matrix A. Now I want B. B. Boom, boom. Oh, it's the same thing. Excellent. -514. So B is the right answer. So that's what I would do in this particular case. I would eliminate things that I could eliminate, and I'd put the rest of them in my calculator until I got the right answer. So I might have to end up putting all those in my calculator if I didn't have some way to get rid of them. Well, wasn't that just special? Now the good news is a question on the study guide is probably not going to be on the test, right? Are they ever on the test? Yeah, they are. Okay, but no, that'd be too hard to be on a test. So, yeah, Ben says that one's too hard to be on the test. We're not going to have it. Okay, that's fine. We'll go with that. A projectile is shot vertically upward. Its height, h, in feet, t is in seconds, is expressed by that. Find t when h is at. Okay, so 100 is equal to 96t minus 16t squared. All right, so that looks good. And a projectile going up is going to go and cross two places because it's going to go there on the way up and on the way down. I'd expect two answers to the question. unless this is it turns out the highest place it can be is there, then there'd only be one answer to the question. In any event, I would probably not worry about things like quadratic formula or anything. Okay, so we're back to normal. And, all right, so what was I going to do? I was going to put in a minus 16 for my A, and a 96 for my B, and a minus 100 for my C, and tell it to solve. And it tells me that my time is going to be 1.34, and my second time is going to be 4.66. 1.34, 4.66. So I would go with A under that situation. Okay, now, I could have gone and solved the quadratic formula. Okay, so we could go back and say 16t squared minus 96t plus 100 is 0. And then I'd say, well, gee, this is really 16t squared minus 2 plus 2 times minus 48 t plus 100. And then I can say, well, gee, I can divide everything by 2, right? So 8t squared plus 2 times minus 24. T is equal to 50, plus 50 is equal to 100. And then I can divide that by 2 again. 4t squared plus 2 minus 12t plus 25 is equal to 0. All right, now I'm going to use the half quadratic formula and say t is equal to minus 4. Where did that come from? Minus a minus 12. Minus a minus 12 plus or minus the square root of 12 squared minus 4 times 25 divided by 4. All right, so I got 12 plus or minus the square root of 44 divided by 4. I got 3 plus or minus the square root of 11 divided by 2. All right, so now I'm ready to put it in my calculator. 3. I was ready to put it in my calculator a long time ago. I already did, right? 3 plus the square root of 11 divided by 2. And I would, oh, thank you very much, you stupid piece of trash calculator. So I get a 3.16. Am I supposed to get a 3.16? No. So obviously, that's why I put it in my calculator to get the right answer, because if I use some other method, I'm going to get the wrong
What
answers.
did you use that under?
Huh?
What method did you use on the calculator for that?
Second function polynomial solver, the cosine, inverse cosine key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, so what did I do wrong? Well, we don't care what I did wrong because I would have put it in my calculator and had the right answer, right? Yeah, we won't worry about it. All right, number 4. How come these guys just get worse anyway? Oh, I know, this is the study guide. That's probably why. Thank you very much for not doing what you're supposed to be doing, computer. Now, in this guy here, we have to solve for x, y, and z, right? All right, well, what I would do is I would take my calculator and go second function system solver, 3 by 3, and I'd put in a 1, and a 1, and a 2, and a 10, and then I'd put in a 3, and a minus 1, and a 1, and a minus 9, and then I'd put in a 4, and a 3, and a minus 5, and a minus 5, and tell it to solve it, and it would tell me that x is equal to minus 2, and y is equal to 6, and z is equal to 3. And I'd be done. All right, now, if I didn't want to do that, I could do something else. Well, let's see, minus 2 plus 6 plus another 6 is 10. Yes, it is. So it checks in the first equation. I would probably do, yeah. Okay, so if I add those two guys together, I'm going to add these two guys together, and I'm going to get 4x, the y term goes away, plus 3y plus 3z. 3z is equal to 1. Okay, and if I go and I multiply this by 3, and then I add it to that guy, I would have 9 plus 4 is 13x. The y term goes away. Oh, bummer. Look at that. There's no z in that second equation. You notice that? There's another x there. Wow.
It's either a typo or.
Wow. Wow. Typical. Yeah, that sort of changes everything, you know. So now my equations are x plus y plus 2z is equal to 10, and 4x minus y is equal to minus 9, and 4x plus 3y minus 5z is equal to minus 5. Now we're going to have to go and put it back in the calculator to get what the right answers are. All right, well, now that I have the right equations, I can just add these two guys together and get 5x plus 2z is equal to 1.
It'd be a lot easier just to change that to a z.
What?
So it'd be a lot easier just to change that to a z.
Yeah, but that's not what the problem is. And then I'm gonna subtract these guys, so they're gonna go away. I'm gonna get, well, if I do that, I can't.
That's great.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, then I'm gonna go. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take this guy and say x is equal to y minus 9 over 4. Okay, so now I got y minus 9 over 4 plus 2z is x is equal to that, plus y plus 2z is 10, and then I can do the same thing here. 4 times y minus 9 over 4 plus 3y minus 5z is equal to minus 5. All right, so that's good. So now I'm gonna multiply this guy by 4. Okay, so I got y and then 4y. So I got 5y. I got a minus 9, which goes on the other side of the equation as a plus 9. So I got a 49 over there. And then I've got 4 times, so that plus 8z. And then I don't have to multiply this guy by anything, but I've got a y, I got a 4y. Got a minus 9, which goes to the other side of the equation, giving me a 4. And then I've got a minus 5z. Okay, so now I've got 2 equations, 2 unknowns, and I'll just put that in my calculator, which I probably should have done a long time ago anyways. Second function, system solver, 2 by 2, and I've got a 5, and I've got a plus 8, and I've got a 49, and I've got a 4, and I've got a minus 5, and I've got another 4. Okay, so isn't that lovely? X is 277 over 57, and Z is 176 over 57. Well, doesn't that just make your day? Okay, so now, knowing that, we can come up, well, that's y. So y is that. So now with that, we can come up with what x is. So x is equal to 277 over 57 minus 9, the whole thing divided by 4. And I don't believe a word of it, by the way. All right, so I got 277 divided by 57 minus 9 divided by 4, change to a fraction. Okay, so x is going to be minus 59 over 57. Yeah, sure. I think, is that what it is? Really? Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. But obviously somebody, let's see what the key says. The key says the answer is minus 2, 6, and 3, which means some idiot took the z out of that second equation. I wonder who did that. Who is the instructor that, who got to my question bank and removed and removed the z from that question? Somebody must be guilty of that. I mean, can't be.
So
Okay.
we can just change it to a z and we're good?
No, we have to solve the problem that's there. You know?
He says it's a z.
Yeah, but so? Got to solve the problem that's there.
I'm gonna use that on the test. I'm
Yeah.
changing.
All right. Now we got to find the partial fraction. All right. So this is going to be a over 2x plus 5 plus b over 2x plus 5 squared is equal to 8x plus 10 over 2x plus 5 squared. And then we got to solve for a and b. All right. So I've got 2ax plus 5a plus b has to equal 8x plus 10. Is what's on the top. When I get a common denominator and I add the top together, it's got to equal the top on the other side. Okay, so if I look at the x term, I find that 2a has to equal 8, clearly implying that a is 4. And if I look at the unit term, I see that 5a plus b has to be equal to 10. If a is 4, then that'd be 20. And so that implies that b has to be minus 10. So final answer, 4, 2x plus 5 minus 10 over 2x plus 5 squared. Let's see, what does the key say? Oh my goodness, that's exactly what the key says. Who would have thought? So, find the using 2 by 2 determinants. Do something. All right, so I'm going to do something. Find the x coordinate. Okay, let's hope for the best. All right, so F1, G1, G2, 7, 8. What in the world? Okay, so x is going to equal. So we're using Kramer's rule. G1, G2 divided by F1, F2, G1, G2. At least you could have made this multiple choice, you know. So I got 7G1 minus 10, no, 7G2. 7G2 minus 10G1 divided by F1 G2 minus G1 F2, and I misspelled it, so I'm not in alphabetical order, but way to go. The key stopped there. Solve the expression for the x-coordinate of that system. I don't believe it that the key stopped there, but that's all right. The key stopped there. I didn't. Now, there ought to be some easy questions on the test, right? Because we have to find some way for Ben to pass this thing.
Yeah, right.
I mean, really.
Well,
I
easy,
mean,
but
so
it's all missable.
yeah. I mean, so far the study guide is 7 out of 7 wrong for. So we're gonna have to do something. I don't know what it is. Change the curve. Write an equation corresponding to the problem, then solve it. I mean, we're going to solve it without writing the equation, and then use 3 significant digits. So this is where Ben loses minus 0.1 for significant digits because he didn't read the question. All right, so that means that you can't get 100 on the test. Be hosed, as usual. Rectangular container made from that and that. Rectangular sheet of metal. By cutting a square and folding up the corners, find the dimensions of each square if the area of the bottom is that. Okay, so obviously we need a better than normal picture here. So I got something that looks like this. Okay, and I got an X that I'm cutting out here. That's a square. X, 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 X. Okay, so I got that. And then I got this guy is 70.2 going that way. So in here I got 70.2 minus 2x. And then coming this way, I got 46.2. And then inside here, I got 46.2 minus 2x. Is that guy there? Okay, so that being the case, 70.2 minus 2x times 46.2 minus 2x is going to equal 2065. Okay, so I want to find x. Okay, so I've done this. I've written the equation. That's written. All right, so I've got 4x squared minus. Okay, so 70.2 times 2 plus 46.2 times 2. So we got minus 2328x plus 70.2 times 46.2. 3, 2, 4, 3.24 is equal to 20.2056. Okay, so clearly I only want 3 significant digits. I can probably get rid of that point whatever it is. All right. All right, phenomena. I got 4x squared minus 2328x plus, I've got 3,243 minus 2065, 1178 equals 0. And now I just put that in my calculator. Second function, polynomial solver. And I have a 4, and I've got a minus 2328, and I've got a 1178, and I say solve, and I say, well, I have an x, one answer that's 0.506, which is the 3 significant guy, and the other one, x2, is going to be 581. Okay, well, 581 is way too big, so it obviously can't be that guy, so it has to be that guy. So final answer, that's not a whole heck of a lot, is it? 0.506 centimeters. That's not a very big box. And what is this, number 7?
Yep.
Oh, why am I looking? Let me look at that again. Wow, that's what it has. The answer says it's 5.06 centimeters, so I'm off by 1,000.
Yeah.
Wow, how did I do that?
Here's the decimal point.
Here's
232.8.
okay.
This guy here? This guy's wrong?
Yeah. Because when you multiply 2.
Oh, there's a decimal here.
Yeah.
That's way too big? All right, so there's a,
Take care of your 1,000.
so that'll take care of it, okay. All right. So, wow. That's the problem. I got my stupid calculator in scientific mode and it throws up those exponents all the time. And well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it anyway. Let's see. I only have 5 minutes to do 3 problems. These had better be easy. Good thing we're doing this on Friday when we don't have anything after class. Oh, yeah, we do. The perimeter of a garden is that. The area is that. Find the length and the width. So L times W is 36.12, and 2L plus 2W is 25.6. Isn't that lovely? And we can't put it in our equation and do simultaneous equations because we have a multiply here. So L is equal to 36.212 divided by W. So 2 times 36.12 divided by W plus 2W is equal to 25.6. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this guy times W, and I'm going to have that's 72.24 plus 2W squared minus 25.6W is equal to 0. And now I'm just going to put it in my calculator. Second function, system solver, 2 by 2. Oh, I don't want system solver. Second function, polynomial solver. The A is a 2. The B is a 25.6. And no, it's not. It's a minus 25.6. Minus 25.6. And the C is 72.24. And we solve it, and we get an answer of 21 over 5 and 43 over 5. Okay, so those are our 2 answers. And so what is that? That's 5 goes into that. That's 4.2 feet. Meters? What are we in? Meters. 4.2 meters by 8.6 meters. And we'll do a quick check of the key. And the key says, yep, 4.2 meters, 8.6. Does it say 3 significant digits? No, but I have 3 significant digits, so I should add a 0 in there so I get the right number of significant digits. Okay, excellent. So we got the garden. And we're going to do this by completing the square. And I told you before that I really don't care how you solve it. I just put in my calculator, write down the right answer, right? But because it says completing the square, that means that's what I have to do. So I got x squared plus 3x. Half of 3 is 3 over 2. So I got 3 over 2 squared is equal to 10 plus 3 over 2 squared. I got x plus 3 over 2 quantity squared is equal to 49 over 4. I got x plus 3 over 2 is equal to plus or minus 7 over 2. I got x is equal to minus 3 over 2 plus or minus 7 over 2. So x could be as negative as 10 over 2, which is minus 5, or as positive as 4 over 2, which would be a 2. But like I said, what I would have done is I would have put in my calculator and came up with that answer, and I would have written it down and ignored the fact that it did something else. Well, we have disinfectant. We have hospital world. We gotta be kidding. I got 30 seconds to do this. Yeah, okay, well that should be enough time. Hospital worker, 5% solution, 16%, 12% solution. How much, and I want a 10, okay, so I do it with boxes. A box plus a box equals a box. So that's how I always do solution problems. So I've got 5% of a solution, and I have 12% of a solution, and I want 10% when I get done. All right? How much of each must she mix to get, all right, so this is 1,500 milliliters. All right, that's good. So she's going to take A and B. Okay, so that's what she's going to do. All right, so A plus B has to equal 1,500. And 0.05A plus 0.12B has to equal 150. Okay, so those are my two equations that I'm dealing with. Well, heck, I'll just put them in my calculator the way they are. You know, why do anything else? System of equations, 2 by 2. I have a 1. I got a plus 1 is equal to 1,500. And then I've got a 0.05. And then I've got a plus 0.12. And it's equal to 150. And I go solve. And I say that x is equal to 30,000 over 7, and y is equal to 1,071 milliliters. And what's 3,000 over 7? Anyway, 3,000 divided by 7 equals 428 milliliters. All right, I add them both together, I get that number, and okay, so that'd be perfectly okay. What does he say? Yeah, same thing, except they rounded this up to 9. Okay, I can round. I would not have rounded it up to 9, 429, but the key did round it up to 429, so that'd be okay too. See, 429, then that adds up to 1,500 directly. Okay, any questions? Retake will be on Monday. Oh, no, retake will be on my birthday, the 1st of April. Yeah, no problem. Let's see, what is going on here? Control, Alt,